handing it off to Jordan Thompson, and we're underway with the second half of action. I'm Andrew Luftglass along with Ron Jantz, and the ball in the hands of Maddie Shepers as she dumps it down low to Rettig. And Rettig, tiptoeing along the baseline, stepped out of bounds. Look at Brooke Orcutt. Talked about her in the halftime show. Her and Barrett Epper doing a nice job, especially defensively for Case in the first half. Germer handing it off to Orcutt, who lost the dribble for a second. Now dumps it down low, but picked off by Rettig.
Rettig did a nice job that time. Reynolds had actually beat her with a drop step, but Rettig did a nice job of recovering and playing that passing lane.
The graduate Anda handing it off to Thompson. Up top it comes for Gilkey. Stops at the elbow and tried to throw it outside. Missed the target. Shepers and out of bounds.
You know, Andrew, you and I talked at halftime off camera saying that even though Case was down 14, we really thought they played fairly well in that opening half. Offensively, they were getting shots that they wanted. They just weren't going in, but they weren't getting just shut out offensively. They were getting good shots.
There's Mummy giving it to McCoy on the near side. Up top to Germer, guarded by Thompson, directing traffic. In front of her own bench, McCoy. 6 on the shot clock. Orcutt at the top of the arc, trying to funnel it down low. McCoy lost it for a second, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, it was a great pass. And Brooke did a nice job of letting that develop, letting Jessica McCoy get into that position where she was open.
Talked about it a few times. Patient offensive possessions for Case. Here's Gilkey. Thompson on the left side gets the pick to Rettig. Shepers, tough three-point shooter, 24 of 56 on the campaign. Into the right corner, Thompson, stop and pop, no good from 3. Rebound to Mummy. In rhythm try for Thompson there. Germer in front of her own bench. Up top to McCoy. Orcutt at the right wing. Skip pass to McCoy, guarded tightly by Shepers. Over to Eppard. Short bunny, no good. Rebound Rettig.
Well, there was a great example of the physicality of Rettig. Orcutt had good position, but Rettig just pushed her out of the way. All hips, strong legs. Nice backdoor cut from the big girl.
There's Thompson on the left wing. Talked about it in the first half. She doesn't drive a lot, and perhaps that's why it's so effective when she does to surprise. Here's Germer. Down low, McCoy backing down to the left elbow. Up with the left, got tied up by Shepers. Down low to Eppard. That got blocked clean by Gilkey and ripped away by Anda. Outlet pass. Here comes Rettig on the right block, and she'll stop and pull it out.
Well, right there in that series of plays is a really good example as Gilkey makes the shot with the foul of what you and I were talking about with the size and strength of the Washington University players, but also they're very athletic. And I'm speaking not on Gilkey, but on Rettig, their big 6-foot center. She got a rebound down here against Orcutt. She went down the floor, got a beautiful pass to the backdoor cutting Thompson for a layup. She got the assist on that, and then she comes back down the floor and leads the break the other way. And this is all from your 6-foot center. That's tough to defend when 1 through 10, you can have that kind of impact on the floor with your roster.
Well, here's Germer. Tough pass to McCoy, just got it around Shepers. Up top, Mummy. Driving on Rettig, gets the double team, tried to give it to Eppard. She does have it at the right block. Fade away off the window. First points of the half for the Spartans. Down 36-19. Here's Thompson, right side to Anda. Bounce down low, kick out Thompson. There's the good ball movement. Shepers inside with the left, Rettig. That's nothing but ball movement, Ron. Quality at that. Here's Orcutt, gets triple team coming inside. Good pass to the left wing for McCoy. Almost missed everything. It goes off of the iron and then off of the right knee of Anda and out of bounds.
It really is a pleasure to watch Washington University run their offense. Actually, if you ever get the opportunity and Wash U is playing next time they come to Cleveland to take on Case next year, or if you're out there listening, and you know we get listeners all over the country, if you're watching, if you get a chance to see them warm up, their warm-up drills are something that I actually take notes on as a youth coach with my children, because they warm up very seriously, do a great job, all fundamentals, and a lot of it has to do with passing, and it shows up in the game.
Case down 38-19, 16:35 left to play in regulation. Back after this.
Cleveland Marriott Downtown at Key Center offers the versatility and reliability to meet your unique travel and meeting needs. From smart spaces to practical amenities to world-class service, our flagship hotel will deliver the quality experience you expect, backed by the Marriott name you trust. At Cleveland Marriott, we have one goal: to serve you better. Book your special Case Western Reserve rate by visiting us at clevelandmarriottdowntown.com and entering promotional code C0N.
Well, coming out of the timeout, you're taking a look at the Case timeout, their first of the half, called by head coach Jennifer Reimer. Case down 38-19, 16:35 remaining in regulation, and Reimer calling that timeout off of what has so far today been a rare Case giveaway. We neglected to talk about it in the latter stage of the first half, but one of the reasons why Case had done so well in the first half, despite trailing, was they only gave the ball away 3 times. They're a giveaway and a foul on McCoy. It'll be Shepers to trigger to Thompson and start the ball the other way for Washington off the foul. At the left elbow, it's Rettig. Hand off to Anda. Gets met there by Eppard. Right wing Shepers. Off of the pick. Trying to drive right wing. Turns it out to the corner. Skip pass, left corner, Anda for 2. Got it.
Well, there's that court awareness again.
And something we didn't see a whole lot of in the first half, that skip pass.
They find the right person time and time again.
Just another tool in the shed for Washington in their offensive production and passing. Germer down low to Eppard, trying to bounce it to McCoy, but lost the handle. Here comes Thompson up the floor. Right side to Anda. Anda stops from the right block, airballs the jumper. Germer looking to push the floor, long outlet for Eppard. Stops, puts it up, missed the easy 2. Rebound, Eppard has it and throws it off of Rettig and out of bounds.
Yeah, Barrett's just frustrated with herself. You can see it in her face there as you have a nice look at her. She had that fast break, got a great feed from Germer, and just flat out missed the layup. And then when she got it back, she took it out on the WashU player with a push, and they're going to call Brooke Orcutt with a push inside. They're going to get Orcutt cutting across the lane and leading with her forearm.
It'll be Orcutt's first, team's third. And off the floor, there's Alyssa Johansson on the floor. Shepers with the basketball, but Johansson returning for her first minutes of the second half. Looks like a reach-in foul on Eppard.
You know, one of the things that also plays to a strength for the Bears, Andrew, is their depth. Coach Fay keeps this team fresh. She rotates lots of players. And as you pointed out in the first half, there really isn't a loss in offensive flow or production as she rotates those players. There's a good-looking shot at the only coach in Division III history to win 5 national championships, and that's Nancy Fay. She rotates her players. In Case, on the other hand, because they're so young this year, because they graduated 4 starting seniors a year ago, they're really looking at a 7-girl rotation, maybe 8 if you stretch it. And, you know, Orcutt and Eppard especially, they see a lot of playing time.
Eppard is the only remaining girl from the team that beat Washington for the first time in program history last year, only remaining from the starting lineup.
Only remainder from the starter. And Orcutt this year leads the league in most minutes played.
Hard foul, Eppard on Gilkey, and Gilkey down for a second, as is Eppard. Eppard still on the floor, Gilkey is up. And they're going to need the training staff. Eppard came back hard to try to defend Gilkey on a nice outlet pass after Vukotic got the rebound.
Barrett's holding her left knee or shin.
It looks like she's holding her left knee and right arm from this vantage point. Well, the Case down 40-19, 5 minutes into the second half. Eppard has been a key component of Case, especially on the defensive end. We'll take a quick break while Eppard rights herself. Again, Case down 40-19, 5 minutes into the second half.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
Al Eppert just left the floor going to the locker room. No weight being put on that left leg, and Erin Reynolds coming in to replace her as Gilkey shoots free throws for Eppert's foul, her second, team's fifth.
I heard Coach Reimer say as she approached the team, because obviously Barrett's teammates were very concerned with her injury, and she said that she thought she just hyperextended it and that she would be okay. So let's hope that that initial analysis is correct.
And if she can't come back tonight, hopefully she'll be able to come back against Chicago on Sunday. Penetration from Germer, turnaround Reynolds in the left corner. Nice
Beautiful.
find, Mooney just short on the layup with the left.
Andrew, how many times have they just been short on that layup where it just hits the front of the rim? At least 6. That's
Eppert
12
was
points.
last time. There was Mooney that time. You had Mooney, I think, did the same thing in the first half, making a cut under the basket. But you're right, they just haven't been able to find the touch in tight spaces. Here's Thompson up the floor. 5'7" sophomore guard from Webster Groves, Missouri, hands it to Scheppers. Scheppers up top, Vukotic. Left corner it comes for Johansson. Gilkey 12 to shoot. Johansson calling for Gilkey, doesn't find her, now gets the pick moving left to right. Driving on the right lane, Johansson, the floater, uses the window.
She's a very soft shooter. She's got great touch. She uses the glass a lot. You know, if you're a good shooter, the backboard's your friend.
Right elbow, Mummy. Too strong off the back iron. Rebound comes fortuitously to Germer, who handles it with a fresh 30.
You know, Reynolds is working hard inside right now. They're going to call the foul on Vukotic. That's the matchup I was just going to point out. Aaron's the tallest player on the floor right now for Case, and she stands 5'11". And Vukotic 6'4".
And she's still doing a nice job. Aaron is getting position and making sure she gets at least 1 foot on that block. That's the first foul on Vukotic, second in the half for Washington. Jumper from Orcutt, no good, and Vukotic fights the rebound away. Quick outlet, Johansson on the baseline, use the window again, that time short. Orcutt wants to push the floor. She has no help, gonna do it herself, but it was punched out of bounds by Scheppers.
Well, Brooke had a great burst of speed on the dribble that time. She got down the floor dribbling the basketball as quickly as she gets down when she's on just a flat-out sprint. Dribbled right by Vukotic, and if it wasn't for Scheppers, she had a layup.
Orcutt for 3, short, rebound, Reynolds, tie up with her and Vukotic. Possession arrow Case. Well, talk a little bit about Orcutt as you see Reynolds on your screen. Orcutt playing some big minutes, and Ron, you and I saw how gassed she was against Carnegie Mellon. She is asked to play an awful lot. In fact, leads the UAA in minutes played.
451 minutes.
And you have to think a big part of that was because of Mummy, who just handled the ball, was out against Carnegie Mellon. The jumper from Germer, no good. Rebound into the hands of Johansson, who pushes it up to Bwin. Katie Beth Bwin back on the floor. First minutes of half number 2. Right side to Anda. Up top, Vukotic trying to go down low, gives it back to Anda.
Boy, she got away with up and down there. She thought she was going to give the ball up. Did not.
Anda missed the jumper. Gilkey short on the putback. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with WashU.
And it was Reynolds again inside, doing a nice job defensively for Case. She has drawn a tough number tonight. If she's not guarding Vukotic, she's guarding Gilkey.
From the left wing, no good. Rebound Mummy on the miss from Johansson. Germer with it, pushes up to Mooney. To Mummy, pass a little behind her and lost it. Knocked out by Vukotic, and here comes Bwin. Bwin right side to Anda, in front of her own bench. Getting instructions from Nancy Fay. Dumps it down low. Gilkey off the glass, no good, and she got fouled with the body by Reynolds.
Erin doing everything she can to make it difficult for WashU to score inside. Coach Reimer told us before the game if they can limit the opportunities that the Bears have inside, both rebounding and scoring, that they can stay in this basketball game, and that's exactly what they're trying to do.
Go to a break after the timeout. Case down 44-19, 12:37 left.
This year, Qdoba will cater like 10,000 parties.
Where? When? I'm there.
Well, these parties are hypothetical. I was just talking about Qdoba catering. Hot taco bars with fire-grilled chicken and marinated steak, flour tortillas and taco shells. You'll also get their hand-smashed guacamole, cheese, sour cream, lettuce, and salsa. They'll deliver to your home or office, and they'll even set it up.
Can I bring a guest?
Oh, boy. Visit Qdoba.com today for more information about Qdoba catering. Qdoba Mexican Grill. More to explore.
As they walk back out, number 20 in your screenshot there is Erin Reynolds, and she's earning, I can't say she's earning her money because she's
earning her minutes,
She's earning her minutes, she's earning her stature on the team tonight. There's a good looking shot of Erin Reynolds, the 5'11" junior forward out of Webster Groves High School in St. Louis. You know, a year ago, Erin was a bench player. Scored 2 points in the big victory over WashU. Minutes were very limited. But this year, because of the need for a player like her and because of her size and that she's one of the bigger girls on the team, they really need her to play well. And WashU, Andrew's really starting to try to pound that ball inside, especially when Eppard went out. And that's just going to really put more and more pressure on players like Erin Reynolds.
And with 12:30 left, Washington 1 away from the bonus. You can bet that they will keep pounding down low. Mummy for 3, rattles out. Only 2 points and a half so far for Case, down 46-19. Down low, stopping at the free throw line and hitting the jumpers, Johansson. Alyssa Johansson, second team All-UAA last season and earning her minutes off the bench this year as the team's second leading scorer. Dump down low, miscommunication out of bounds. Boy,
Jessica,
Reynolds had position down there, and
she
McCoy
did.
and her weren't on the same page.
Yeah, Reynolds was coming out to the free throw line, and McCoy thought she was moving left to the baseline.
There's a shot of Brooke Orcutt. Her and Erin Reynolds are going to have to do some serious work down low. Reynolds out right now. It's going to be her and Mummy as the tandem on D. In the low post, here's Bwin. Long pass right side to Johansson. 12 to shoot. Johansson trying to drive, finds no room, goes down low to Vukotic.
Well, Vukotic did a nice job with the pick and roll that time. Obviously big enough to set a nice hard screen, but then athletic enough to roll out of that, receive the pass. Soft hands enough to receive the pass. I mean, it's easier said than done, and she just does a nice job for them.
Beatty trying to get hot, and that one's off the back iron, then off the top of the backboard and out of bounds.
It's a real struggle right now offensively for Case. 2 points in the second half. We're about 9 minutes into the second half. It was 31-17 at half, so it's a 19-2 run here in the opening half of the second half.
Now here's Bwin, and it's hard to say there are positives as Bwin drives the baseline and misses. McCoy on the rebound. On the outlet to Orcutt. Orcutt stops, nice move with the left, got it. I was gonna say it's hard to say there are positives, but there really are for Case on the defensive end and with the process like we talked about in the first half. They're getting the looks, but just not converting. That time Orcutt converted with a nice move. And at the top of the arc. Right side it comes to Johansson, funnels it down low, Vukotic, and you just can't beat size.
Well, there was nothing, absolutely nothing that Laura Mummy could do. She was trying to front her, she was trying to get underneath her, she was doing everything right with her feet, but the size was just too much to overcome. Rachel Beatty has played a lot of minutes, Andrew, in this game today, not only in the second half, but also in the first half as she scores that basket. Boy, if they can get her playing off the bench, that's a good thing.
To the left wing, that one's for 3, and it hits for Melissa Johansson.
Johansson's got 7 points in the second half, 11 for the game.
For 3, no good. McCoy, rebound to Lucy Montgomery, another threat from distance who hasn't pulled the trigger so far in this half. Vukatic up top. Right side, Bwin. Bwin to Anda. Right side, Johansson, down low, Vukatic, got it.
Wow, she just threw that one over her shoulder.
One of the things I liked in that possession for Wash U, it seems anybody who catches the ball in the perimeter, as soon as they catch the basketball, ready to either pass or shoot, and it's tough to defend. It's just a sign of not only athleticism, but quality coaching from Nancy Fay. That one got partially blocked by Anda on the 3 from Orcutt. And a timeout by Nancy Fay.
It's a full timeout.
And so we'll take one as well. Case down 57-23, 9:06 remaining.
Cleveland Marriott Downtown at Key Center offers the versatility and reliability to meet your unique travel and meeting needs. From smart spaces to practical amenities to world-class service, our flagship hotel will deliver the quality experience you expect, backed by the Marriott name you trust. At Cleveland Marriott, we have one goal: to serve you better. Book your special Case Western Reserve rate by visiting us at clevelandmarriottdowntown.com and entering promotional code C0N.
Andrew, while we have a moment here, we want to take just a few seconds to say hello to Dick and Diane White, the parents of Margaret White, one of the assistant coaches on the Case women's basketball team. They live in Northern Virginia. Margaret was telling us before the game that her mom and dad faithfully follow her coaching career, Margaret's coaching career. And Margaret is not quite in that shot.
Just barely out.
Just barely out. She's going to step in right there. She's got the white sweater on with the black stripes. And she's standing right next to Laura Mummy, number 12. Margaret's mom and dad, Dick and Diane, faithfully follow her basketball coaching career and always try to, if the game's broadcast on television or on the internet or on the radio, they try to dial it up and find it. So she was telling us about her mom and dad, and we want to say hello to them.
So thanks to the White family. Margaret in her first year coaching with Case, as we break the timeout with 9:06 remaining in regulation. 57-23. The Bears on top. Bounce pass to Johansson. Got caught up for a second with Beatty and Steen, who just came in the game. The pass got tipped out of bounds, trying to find Montgomery. So Chelsea Steen, who has not seen minutes so far tonight, getting on the floor.
Well, Barrett Eppard will not return. Nothing major, just hyperextension of that knee, but she is being tested and looked at, and she will not come back on the floor tonight.
A jumper hits from the right corner. And Case with a basketball on the left wing, it's Mooney.
Beautiful drive.
Mooney. Tori Nollmeyer checking into the game for Washington, getting her first minutes. She had that jumper on the other end. Here is Bwin. Left side it comes to Jessie Rosen, also getting her first minutes. Rosen gets it back. Nollmeyer from the baseline, no good, Orcutt on the board. Left wing to Steen. Steen, short 2, got it.
Case is well below their season average of 64 points per game. They're going to have to do a lot here in the final 8 minutes to get close to that. And you've got to give some credit to the WashU defense.
Rebound Mooney. We talked about how tough that defense is. Very different from another tough defense Case played last weekend at Emory. As here is Reynolds for 3. No good. Long rebound. Steen tried to get it, went out of bounds. Last touch by Bwin. It'll stay with the Spartans.
Great hustle that time by Chelsea. She came all the way from the far side, or the near side, as far in relation to where her team bench is, and sprinted all the way across to the other side of the floor to try to grab that loose ball.
We talked about how tough Emory's defense was. They're tough for a different reason, because they press a lot, cause a lot of turnovers. WashU, not so much. They're just solid in their own backcourt. Like you saw there, that ball bouncing off of, looked like Chelsea's foot and out of bounds.
Well, and another thing about this defense, you really get one opportunity to shoot. If you miss it, chances are you're not going to get that rebound back because of their size. They're out rebounding teams by more than 10 per game.
Reach-in foul on Orcutt, trying to go down low.
I mean, really, you look at what the Bears have done in 14 games this year. They're holding their opponents to just 37% shooting from the field. They're out rebounding them by 10 rebounds per game. They're outscoring them by 20 points per game. It's no wonder they're the number 2 team in the country.
1-1 for Bwin, and missed the front end. Ball tips out of bounds and off of the Spartans. For Orcutt, her 3rd foul, team 7th, so bonus time for Washington. Lucy Montgomery triggers it out to Johansson. Hand off Bwin, running the point. Back up point guard for the Bears. Right side it comes for Montgomery. She's getting a nice tight dose of defense from Chelsea Steen, not letting a dangerous 3-pointer get any room. Johansson on the left wing, and a blocking foul. Goes against Mooney. Well, there's something we talked about earlier with the hand checking. That one looked like an arm bar from Mooney. Again, gonna get called every time this year, and it's tough for a Case team that, like we've mentioned, is outsized in this matchup.
Well, she got encouragement from her teammates on the bench to use her feet defensively, and translation, what that means is don't use your arms. Don't play defense with your arms. Don't chase next to somebody. Beat them to a spot. Have good position with your feet. Play defense with your hips.
Arms out, arms up, and shuffle around. Here is Beatty in the right corner. Unloads a 3. Still can't get going. Rebound Johansson. There's another example, Ron, of the good looks the Case is getting, but they only get 1 per possession. Johansson, the floater, window, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bears.
Orcutt's going to get a break.
And a well-deserved one, but it may come at an inopportune time for Case because now you have Vukotic on the floor, and neither Eppard or Orcutt. Eppard out with the injury, and Orcutt just taking a much-deserved break. So a matchup problem for the Spartans. It's going to be Reynolds down low on her. To the left side it comes. Pick from Nolmeyer gives Montgomery some space. Bwin in the left corner. Cross court to Vukotic at the right wing. And off comes to Rosen. Rosen's going to pull up for 3, and that one missed the rim, got the bottom of the backboard, but Vukotic with the spin move and the putback.
She did 3 things, Vukotic, on that offensive set. She set the screen. She got the rebound, and then she got the follow for a basket.
In the minutes that she has played off the bench, she has been one of the biggest factors for Washington. They are using her very well. She's playing a solid game. Reynolds gets the contact, and she will go to the line to shoot a pair off the foul from Nolmeyer.
Well, Aaron did a nice job of recognizing that Nolmeyer and Vukotic had both, especially Nolmeyer, left her feet as Aaron spun. And even though she really had no great angle at the basket to shoot, she still put it up knowing that she would draw the foul.
That one rattles home. One of the few good rolls that Case has gotten this evening. 3rd team foul by Washington in the half. That's the first on Nolmeyer. And a couple good rolls. 2 good free throws from Reynolds. Case down 63-29. Here is Bwin going right side. Montgomery calling for a pick. Now goes cross court Rosen. After the jab step, she funnels it down low, gets it back from Nolmeyer. Now drives on the baseline, trying to get the contact. No, and no bucket. Here comes Mooney the other way. Steen is racing up the floor for help, but Mooney out of control, lost the ball and lost balance. Back the other way, Bwin. And Bwin will pull it out and give it up top to Vukotic, set up the offense. Montgomery off the pick and roll, but well played by Beatty down low, trying to get position on Vukotic. And a timeout called by Fay. Good defense by the Spartans.
Well, Rachel Beatty, good defense by her specifically. She was matched up against Vukotic that time. And I wish we had an ISO camera for whoever Case has put on Vukotic in each offensive possession, because it's great theater.
Yeah, she did a really nice job in that possession of fighting through Vukotic, who is a handful down low and has been in the minutes that we've seen her play. But absolutely, you're right, Ron. I was watching pretty much that entire possession as Beatty admirably fought around with Vukotic in the post.
You know, teams often take on, I don't think often, I think teams always take on the personality of their leader. And the leader on this team is the woman you're looking at right now, Jen Reimer. She's a feisty former point guard, 4-year starter in college, 2-year team captain in college. Gutsy, you know, will fight you tooth and nail for everything you get or give on the basketball floor. And even though Case is down 34, Coach Reimer's still fighting, and her team will still fight as well.
That's one of the things you have to love about Case is they show effort even when they're down by a wide margin like this. They did it against Emory last weekend. You saw girls diving on the floor after loose balls, and right there forcing a shot clock violation with some good defense.
They flat out did not allow them to get a good shot or a shot, period.
And even if you don't see execution in the last 4 3/4 of this game, you are going to see effort from the Spartans. And like you said, Ron, it's because of their head coach. Mooney outside to Mummy, gets it back to Mooney in the right corner. Left wing to Steen, ball fake, now shoots for 3, off the backboard, no good. Mummy trying to fight it away, but Vukotic wins it. Thompson, or rather Montgomery. Alexis Mort on the floor for the first time. Here's Nollmeyer. Here's Mort in front of her own bench. From Tucson, Arizona, the junior guard, into the left corner. Rosen looking for space, steps back, 3-ball, no good. Rebound, Vukotic tips it, but into the hands of Beatty. Rachel Beatty, guarded by Rosen, left side to Mooney, down low. It was Reynolds, bounced it into the low post, tried to throw it off of Nollmeyer, not out of bounds, missed her. And it's stolen away by the Bears.
Well, it was great help defense by Lisa Montgomery, and she led that break that almost led to a layup.
Nice try in the up and under by Mort, but just missed it short. Here is Beatty to Mummy. Stops at the right elbow, jumper rattles home. Timeout, Washington. Good possession and shot by the Spartans. They lead 63-31, 3:25 to play. And it looks like we're just going to get substitutions and no timeout. Morgan Ziak coming into the game. For the Spartans. Amanda Martinez on the floor for Washington. Down low it comes, and a travel. Well, that one's going to go against Paige Naig. Just entering the game. So Naig and Martinez getting their first minutes in the game. Here is Steen with the short jumper, got it. And similarly for the Spartans, Morgan Ziak on the floor for the first time along with Lauren Elkin. And Elkin, who played a big role in the win 2 weeks ago against Carnegie Mellon.
Elkin, one of only 2 seniors on this team this year.
Here comes Mort. Inside turnaround Martinez, jumper short, rebound tipped to Steen, but a foul as Martinez went hurtling to the hardwood.
Well, Elkin did a nice job of boxing out that time and creating that foul.
So it was on Martinez. That is her first. Team's 4th on the half as Elkin gives it to Ziak.
I believe this is the first game that Ziak has played this year.
Got that pass tipped and turned over to Nollmeyer. Here is Mort. Mort trying to go through the teeth of the defense. Got that one maybe partially blocked, but the rebound cleaned up and put back by Paige Naig. Here is Ziak. Reynolds to Elkin. Elkin on the block. Got that one partially blocked by Martinez. Rebound to Mort.
Paige Naig, who's setting up inside, is yet another 6'1" post player for this Bears basketball team. And Steen is trying to box her out inside. Chelsea at 5'6" is trying to work against the 6'1" Naig.
The jumper no good, a little long. Rebound, Rosen gets her own back and gives it out to Mort. By the way, Ziak, this is her first action of the season. A layup too tall off the backboard, and the rebound pulled down by Nig, who got fouled. Ziak, first minutes of her career, and going to see another freshman point guard coming on the floor soon as well when Aubrey LaForce. Kate Goldman, another freshman center, about to check in. Here comes LaForce along with Goldman.
Well, LaForce comes in with great credentials. From Vermilion High School in Lorain County, she was a 14 varsity letter winner in high school in her career in basketball, in softball, track, and soccer. Aubrey is number 13. She'll bring the ball up the floor. This is her here. She scored nearly 1,200 career points for the Sailors on the basketball floor.
Steen to the left wing, giving it up top. So you got Ziak and LaForce on the floor, along with Goldman, who kicks it left corner. Here comes Steen, getting the pick from Elkin. 13 to shoot, she puts it up, and Steen has had a real nice second half since entering the game.
2 baskets, both of them in the last few minutes.
And taking control since she's gotten
Defensively,
out there.
she's done very well. She's been asked to do a lot.
Less than a minute remaining, Case down 67-35. Washington trying to extend its win streak to 10. The 2 is good from Nomeyer. Like we mentioned, Washington, their last 2 losses, one this year and the last one before that in the Sweet 16 of last year's NCAA tournament.
Beautiful feed that time by LaForce.
Nice pass by LaForce, Elkin missing the bunny. Last 2 losses for Washington coming against the #1 team in the country in DePaul, who won the national championship last year with an undefeated season on a 51-game winning streak. So Washington, clearly a difficult opponent as well, if those are their last 2 losses. Here is Ziak. 9 seconds remaining in the game. Here is Steen at the right wing, getting the pick from Elkin, looking for one last good offensive possession. LaForce puts it up, the long floater dropped. Oh, that's one way to end the game on a positive note. Case losing 71-37, but a nice long scoop shot with the left by Aubrey LaForce to finish this one off. Case loses and drops to 7-8, 1-3 in the University Athletic Conference. Washington improving to 14-1, 4-0 perfect marks in the UAA so far, and extend their winning streak to 10 games.